item 139 is the town hall update and financials. So the town clerk's update on the town hall financial update on the town hall costs. So, do you want to speak on that?
Yes, just briefly on the costs, which I gave you a brief copy of. It's something relatively is important, but minor in terms of a change. So, as you know, this document is intended to be a snapshot of town hall funding, not just for this year, but in previous years. And to that end, we should also be adding on the payment, sorry, that will be due next year. So we hope to do this tonight, but we have technical difficulties which don't allow us to do it. But what I'd like to point out is that the 45,000 retention fee is now separated out as it should be, and should actually be 49,000, two payments of 49,000, not 45, which is referenced above where it says retention fees. Over on the left in black it says retention fees are included, which totals 98,000. So that figure there should be 49. There will be another column added to this for 2027, which shows the 49,000. Those two figures added to the 1868 that you'll see on the far right in red adds up to the 1966 figure that you see at the top. When you get to the end of the document, you'll see the amount to pay currently not allocated at 101,736. That figure is included. There's been some slightly confusing wording in previous town hall funding spreadsheets. It's been referred to as you might call shortfall, things like that. This 101,000 is actually taken care of within the town hall funding that if you've had it a bit sooner than you did, on page 7, cost code 4924, town hall version, is a figure, committee figure 471227. So that includes the 101 that is referenced as still to find. It just means
wait, sorry, can you tell us what page again?
7.
Page 7.
So it has been taken from general reserves, which we would need a resolution for you to approve.
I'm sorry, now I've got to page 7, can you tell me what I'm looking for?
Halfway down, town hall refurbishment 4924, cost code 4924, green column 471227.
Yeah. Keep going.
I understand that figure there includes that 101. So,
sorry Tara, you understand or you know for a fact?
It is indeed.
Right.
And therefore, when you're looking, I want to make this clear to you, so when you're looking at the budget later, when you look at the front of this one here, because that figure from town hall funding has been included in that town hall cost centre, when you look at the estimated general reserves on the front sheet at the bottom, the 126,000, that is your predicted general reserves for the end of March. Taking into account.
I can't see 126.
At the bottom of the page.
This one? This one? Here. That's it. The very bottom.
Oh yeah, got it.
TV writing, 126,000. That is your general reserve figure after the town hall has been paid for. Okay? And you'll have seen, possibly, you'll have seen Kate's budget summary report that she did for next year's budget, where she explains the general reserves.
The one she sent out this afternoon.
Yeah, and that's referenced in there, that 126. So I'm telling you this to give you the confidence that the town hall costs have been accommodated. There isn't a shortfall, it's not still defined. it's been taken from the current general reserves. And you're still left with this, and that's important for you to note when going on to do the 26% budget. Yes?
Right, so, thank you. For the most part, I think, in terms of this spreadsheet, the town hall spreadsheet, that's absolutely fine. And I think that, I mean, I was looking at to have the workbook shared with me that goes behind everything for these figures. And I just want to commend the officers for their complete diligence and attention to detail in recording every single town invoice and all the amounts against all. There are so many different tabs that come together to put this spreadsheet together. So I just want to commend you both on that, and also obviously Joe and Caroline, because I'm sure that they will be pushing papers as well as part of that. So as far as this is concerned, I think it's okay. But my concern is when we then move to the budget spreadsheet and we look at our total expenditure that we're forecasting and from which we're looking at the reserves. So if you look on here at 199 capital projects, it shows spent to date 319,900. We've then got the figure of 543,000 committed, and that leaves us with a total spend of 863,763. The problem I've got is that from this spreadsheet, it says in 25-26 column that our total we've already spent is £470,114.85.
Sorry, where's that 400?
Bottom here.
Okay, yeah.
So, and I'm guessing that it is potentially, this is again maybe a reality thing on the way that things are apportioned, but either we've spent 319,900 or, and that seems to me to be low given that just for that's for the whole of capital projects, when we've got 470,114 as spent to date, and it doesn't appear to be hitting the outers in the same way. So that's my concern. That's the only thing. Otherwise, I think it's absolutely super, and it's really good to hear that we've got 126,000 in reserves. But and have we? Because we just need to check, and it could very well be that there is something that Realtus does that is weird and wonderful, that means that that extra money is hidden somewhere and already been accounted for. But we haven't got the transparency of that on his spreadsheets, and that's why I'm asking the question.
So the figures, I'm so used to two screens, so just bear with me because I'm flipping between different spreadsheets. No, we haven't side by side. The received date, going back to your budget summary, the received to date figure matches Realtus.
I know.
I will need to check this up. There should be not an error, a formula onto the front sheet.
Yeah. Because I agree with you, that's what Realtus is saying, we've only spent 319,000 on the town hall project to date, under that cost code 4924. But in actual fact, our spreadsheet is showing that we spent 470,000 already to date on the town hall project. So if it's not been registered to that cost code, where's it gone? Where is it in Realtus? Because otherwise, when we print that income and expenditure out for the whole of the end of year, we've lost that amount of expenditure.
So I'm confused. So everything for the town hall goes to 4924.
But if it goes to 4924, then surely our spend today should be more than 319,000.
Not necessarily. No, to spend today from this financial year.
Yeah, which is what we've got on the spreadsheet here, 470,000.
No, because that's to date from the beginning of the project. So this figure, this table here.
No, this 470,000 is what we've spent in the year 25-26. And the £415,000 is what we spent in the year 23-24. And then we spent £647,000 in 23-24. So these are annual totals along here. The total spend is then summed in page 8.
Because it is still showing we owe 424 to AMG, we don't because we've been taking some of the lags. But I can't, I will
I'm going to park that because I think
I will have to go
that's
through-
my question. So could we
I will have
just
to go
use
through
the
the income and expenditure and take it all apart.
So does this going to have a knock-on effect to our reserves?
No.
Doesn't. It's been set. Okay. Goodness.
We finished.
Yes, that's the question.
Sorry, so it's not going to have a knock-on effect on our reserves. Okay.
Could you explain why we're having a knock-on effect? Just for everyone's, what's the rule here?
Because I'm fairly confident with my figures. I don't think because 424, although I've got the wrong spreadsheet up now. Like the two screens. I don't know because I've just said this has been sprung on me this evening, and I can't work it out, so it has been sprung on me. I will need to go and print off the nominal code and go through all the invoices and match. But I am fairly confident they're there. What happens if somebody may have just gone into a different cost code?
Okay, so we'll move forward.
So in a nutshell, what will happen, you think that the reserves will still be at 129,
No, 126.
126?
Yeah.
Okay, but you're going to check.
Can I just make a point actually? We didn't get this. I didn't pick this up until lunchtime. So it's not like I could have done much about it.
No,
Between now and when this was distributed.
that's what these guys
So I'm
said.
sorry, you know, that I had to ask the question tonight, but I'm not sure what else we could have done.
No.
Thank you. Thank you.
So where are we now on the overall liability then, with on the town hall? Because we obviously had we discussed at the last meeting an earmark reserve to cover all eventualities and liabilities. So we still have an earmark reserve that covers all of that.
We have the earmark reserves for the amounts on page 3 of the town hall.
The 471. Is that the one?
There was so the earmark for page 322, 323, there's still amounts. Then there was the 100, and over and above that funding, there was 101,736. And that has been taken from the general reserve.
Okay. So what is the total liability outstanding on the town hall that we need to put into earmark reserves?
That's it. It's the 101 over and above would have to be earmarked from the general reserves. Council hasn't actually approved to do that yet.
No.
That's put into the earmark reserve. That would be it.
So we had a figure at the last meeting, I think it was around about 480,000 that we put into earmark reserves to cover all future liabilities on the town hall. So what is that number now?
Yeah, so I'm just writing myself a message to put on my minutes.
Okay.
Just
No problem.
as I was just writing myself a little note. So the cost report that we are basing the figures off is 1.966. But that is just A&G, and then we've got other professional fees on top, which they still come in every month.
Got a question of the amount of the earmark reserve.
Oh, sorry. Ask it again, please.
Sorry. Remember we discussed having an earmark reserve to cover the future liabilities for the town hall. I think they had a figure of 400
Yes.
something.
Yes, sorry, I misunderstood the question. Let me get the right thing. Yes, you have 408,800, start again, £408,835 already in earmarked reserves. About 90,000 of that you haven't yet approved. I've just, that was my note to put.
That's the one that's coming from general reserves.
That's, no, the 101 will be coming from general reserves. So you've got 147,000 in 322, pot 322, which is for A&G costs. You've got 167 in 323 for professional fees, and then there's some still allocation, which I have allocated to the town hall, but the town accounts I haven't approved yet. But you will need it.
Okay.
So based on that, we need to actually approve the environment into these earmarked reserves to allocate them against the town hall.
I've got it on the next, I've just written the note to put on the next agenda.
Well, can I not just propose it now so that it's done?
Talking money.
So if we look at this spreadsheet here, okay, this is the final page, right?
This is still the piece of paper.
No, it's the town hall spreadsheet. It's the other one that you've got up the top there, Wendy, that's the one. So if you look up here, it says that we've already agreed to allocate 219,000 and then a further 177,000 into reserves to allocate against the town hall project, and that was decided in June and then in November, okay, and the full minutes are there. We've already spent some of that, and that leaves us with these amounts below in those two earmarked reserves. The recommendation from the RFO is that we also allocate SIL 24-25, SIL 25-26, and then an additional 105,000 because of the difference in the retention figures from 45 to 49. So I'm going to recommend £105,736.78 in addition. So the proposal is that those three figures, SIL 24-25, 37,625, SIL 25-26 at 55,566, and general reserves to the tune of 101,736 are all moved into an earmarked reserve that is specifically allocated to finish off the town hall expenditure. Okay, and what that will do is, as Kate has already demonstrated, it will still leave us with reserves, in general reserves of 126,000. That's correct, isn't it?
Reserves of 122.
122, because we've got to take the full round off, yeah. Yeah.
Are you happy with all of those requirements?
Or would you prefer to put them on the next agenda, Kate? It's completely
No,
up
I'm
to you.
happy with the 24-25 because I've already put that in. I need to go away and work out that 105 and present it.
Yeah, okay. Well then I'll just propose the two silvers
No,
then.
you can do it. I can just need to. So I'm looking a bit blank because I just need to I need to go and work it out, and that's fine. You can do it. We'll work it.
If we have to vote on something, I feel really uncomfortable voting on it without some sort of report that I can spend a bit of time going through, because while I'm sure all the numbers are completely correct, I have absolutely no confidence in my ability personally.
I know, I get it.
I have no ability, my personal ability to pick up all these numbers, so I can't really, in all honesty. So if we could have like a summary of what you said and maybe the numbers for the next agenda, that would make me feel much more comfortable.
Just two, sorry.
Yeah.
And just, sorry, is the lads payment in there as well?
Sorry?
The lads payment, is that within that?
No, we haven't actually taken off the lads. We haven't taken off the lads because we don't know what A&G are still going to come in with. A&G can still do an extension of time. They can do an extension time up to 12 months after completion of the project.
Okay. The idea of the EMR reserves is to make sure that we're covering potential liabilities going forward.
But you came back to that question, the extension of time, we don't know until it lands.
So we've got no contingency in this plan for
No.
that.
Well, no, we've got the lads.
The lads, we've got some of the lads, sorry, we've got some of the lads. I haven't taken it off the town hall costs, because it would put you can do it, but it would put a high risk. Because they can, so there is a pot of money of lads. We've used some of the lads, but I don't know. I haven't had this invoice. I haven't had January invoice. I don't know if we're accounting lads for January.
Okay.
So we've got lads. I haven't taken them off the cost of the project. You can.
No, that's good. That's good. It's just understanding what the worst case scenarios are in terms of liability and making sure we've covered them.
We've used the higher cost report,
So,
and we haven't attributed the lads. So there is some contingency in that regard.
So yes.
And we can't, with the higher cost report, we will never really know how high. So it's still a calculated guess. The higher cost report is a calculated guess as to whether that is the highest.
okay. Can I just ask, where is Greenwoods in all of these reports? Because I've not seen anything from Greenwoods for a while, and we're paying them whatever, £1,500 a month.
We do get the reports into the office. We get a cost report every month.
Okay.
From
And
them.
is there any reports from Greenwoods that back up the numbers we're talking about for the town hall? Okay.
The cost report has the figure in it.
Okay. Might be useful for us to see the Greenwoods reports.
Share the cost report with you.
It'd be useful, yeah, to see what we're paying the experts to see what they say.
No problem.
Thank you.
And can I ask you a question?
Go on.
Tara, are you happy with how Greenwoods is behaving and getting on with standing our ground? Oh, sorry.
Yeah. Well, I think with restricted questions to the figures, and that kind of covers it. I don't think we talk about competence and performance within the meeting. Okay. So we've got a proposal that we will expect a proposal at the next meeting about.
So we'll do a report on proposed violence.
Okay, good. So I just wanted to draw attention to the written report and progress of the town hall. People have a look at that, the work that's been completed and work that's still outstanding.
This is the one you sent to this afternoon.
Yeah.
Everything at the moment is hinging really on the BMS system, the boiler management system being installed. That is a big piece of work. Unfortunately, we've had annual leave to contend with from both the plumber and the technician that installs the BMS. He was back on Friday of last week, so we expect to get an update in the next couple of days.
So are they currently working on site? Because the way this reads, people are just coming in and out, everything's a bit ad hoc.
Until the BMS system goes in, there's not too much to do at the moment. It's just snagging bits and pieces. We're essentially done, apart from the water management system and the glass lobby. They're the two major pieces of work that now need to go in. So it's just doing bits and pieces at the moment. The glass lobby was signed off at the beginning of last week, and the deposit was due to be sent. We were told that was imminent. So hopefully it was imminent and it went at the end of last week.
So once it's gone, do we know how long it's going to take to manufacture, install?
Yeah. So we know from the point of acceptance of order. I don't know how long that will take. How long it will take to put the deposit. The deposit has to go from ANG to the glass lobby engineers, and then they'll have to get it into their production line. Once it hits the production line, it'll be 5 weeks.
But if we don't hit that at the right time,
But exactly, they've been waiting, so they're not really just going to open up a slot for us. So 5 weeks from the point of order. So we are, best case scenario, March.
It just worries me because I remember when I first joined this council, I asked about the bespoke joinery. So we're talking about 20 months, and it took almost 20 months. That was going to be imminent if we get the production slot. And so this sounds like a repeat story. What we don't know what, if we don't hit it at 5 weeks, have they got then a full workload for the next 20 weeks?
Well, they
I
did
find
say
it all
back
extremely
in December
worrying.
they said 5 weeks, and there was no mention that it would be significantly longer at that time. So everyone still feels confident in the 5 weeks. It's just we don't know when that 5 weeks will actually start.
I'm sorry, can you explain again why we don't know that?
Because there's us, then there's Greenwoods, and then there's ANG who actually make the deposit payment, and they're the ones dealing with the glass people that are manufacturing